Well, it all boils down to this episode. 4 games left to go in the season in the Samsung Division 2. As you know, we are there or thereabouts. Can we win the league? Will we gain automatic promotion? Let's find out right here today. Yes, so just like last season, we will go through game by game and see exactly how we are getting on with 2 live streams at the end of this episode. We're going to skip the player development segment that we usually are now doing in the last 2 episodes. You guys seem to not hate it, I guess. No one's commented on it. I don't know whether you like it, whether you don't like it, so I'm just going to keep doing it. But today we're not going to be doing it, because we have the 2 games, the live con games, Lokomotiv Moscow and Olympiakos. Hopefully it comes down to that. We may end up blowing it before we get down to that. But as you can see, since the Sheffield United game, we've had 2 wins and 1 draw. The draw was disappointing too. But let's start off with the wins. A 2-0 victory against Getafe at home. Sinistera and Morelos with the goals. Karsdorp, unfortunately, got injured there. But then Morelos scored in the 37th minute. Bershila went down the other end and then scored straight away. So that's unfortunate against Internacional away. However, a home win against Braga. A big game against Braga, who were at the time sitting in 5th position. And we managed to beat them 2-0. Jerry with a brace. And the weird thing is, just before that, Jerry had a bad game. Did he have a bad game? 6.9. I don't know why then, but my assistant wanted me to tell him before the game he expects to see a performance from Jerry, and boy oh boy did we get a performance. 2 goals, a player of the match and a clean sheet. Happy days, Jerry. So today's episode will include the games against Osasuna, Red Bull Salzburg, so 9th and 12th place respectively at the minute. They're both out of the relegation and promotion sort of picture, so we might be okay with that. And then we have Lokomotiv Moscow, who are sitting in 18th place, and Olympiakos sitting in 16th place. That home tie against Olympiakos at the end. So we don't necessarily have any difficult games. But if we have a look at the league table, we are sitting 3 points behind Augsburg and 2 points behind Rennes. So we need to do well, and we need other teams to slip up to be in contention with that. By the looks of it, Lokomotiv Moscow are safe too. So we actually have 4 games who really, they don't have anything to do with it. Let's have a look, though, at the games that the other teams have. One of my favourite bits of mail that you get when you're close to promotion or the championship is one of these. So let's have a look at Augsburg. They have Braga, Alaves, Saint Etienne and Hanover. So Braga is a difficult game away from home, but then 2 really good and easy home ties, and then a pretty safe away trip to Hanover. Rennes, though, they also have Hanover to begin with, Racing Club, Cruz Azul, 2 of the easiest home games you'll get against bottom and second from bottom. And then Udinese sat in 5th place away from home. Rather difficult one there, the last game of the season. We have already discovered what we are playing up against, but Sheffield United have a fairly simple one too. Besiktas, Olympiakos, Club Brugge and Red Bull Salzburg. So it is literally going to be down to who makes mistakes, because none of these teams are playing against each other. We won't be taking points off each other. It is literally down to who makes the most mistakes in the last 4 games. Right, Osasuna up first. A pretty standard first team lineup outside of Eter, who of course got injured recently, and Bakker having to fill the role. But so far, Bakker has been doing rather well. 6.7 rating. Haven't noticed any mistakes from him. So hopefully he can continue doing that. But it's all to play for in these next 4 games. I'll bring you back if anything happens. Renier has broken the deadlock in the 52nd minute. We've had a couple of clear-cut chances, nothing really too significant, but Morelos, very fortunate with his assist, it must say. It's come off a deflection, but Renier lurking on the edge of the box, 1-0. Oh boy, I think Steven Berges has just won us the game completely. Comes off the bench and scores an absolute rocket. A nice little 1-2-3 there. Bang! Gets it out of his feet, smashes it in. If he did that more often, I would have almost lost my job. Signed, sealed, delivered. A 3-0 victory. But, well, still, as it stands, it's only the 84th minute. But the victory, I think, is secure. Ronaldinho with the goal. Okonga with the assist. Happy days, boys. Let's have a look at the results around, though, because we are currently still sat in third place. Augsburg does look like they are drawing 1-1 with Braga, and Rennes are winning 3-1. That's full time, so I think that is how things ended. In fact, no, Braga scored in the last minute. Drama, viewers. Absolute drama. So we will take a look at the league table, but I think we could be... We're still sat in third because of head-to-head. We had 10 goal difference above Augsburg, but it's still done on head-to-head. That's very frustrating, but a very late goal. And Sheffield United dropped points too, because they were 1-0 up at one point. They have drew their game against Besiktas and sit on 86 points, 6 points off. You'd like to think now we have pretty much secured the automatic promotion, which is fantastic, but I want that league title. Well, the only change we're going to have for the Salzburg game is Eter's coming in back at left back. Back is actually injured, so thankfully Eter came back at the right time. Of course, he is a bit of a fitness worry. Only recommended maximum 45 minutes. I think he's going to get more than that as a left back, but hey, we go on forward, and I might have to switch around the bench a little bit too. Disappointment right after half time. We had to take off Armini as well as he was injured, so Leo Leos has come in. But Adamuanis has made Eter look stupid there. He is one of their best players, to be fair. We were warned about him at the start, and every single team around us in the league is currently winning. Is this our title dreams over? Szoboszlai has banged in a worldie. We've gone a little bit more attack. We've changed the formation. Wow. Well, it does look like we're going to lose this game massively. 3-0 victory for Red Bull Salzburg, and we are now 5 points off the top. Stade Rennes with just 2 games left. We need them to lose both games to guarantee us to win the league, which I cannot see actually happening. I mean, you just never know on FM, but that is really disappointing. They've actually gone and won their game today, and Augsburg 1-0 victory, Sheffield United 3-1 victory. I think we're safe in the... I don't think we're going to drop down to 4th place, but wow, that is gutting. Right, okay, let's try and stay positive going into the game against Moscow away, of course. Eter has picked up a certain virus, which is unfortunately in this database and will be out for 3 to 4 weeks. So Van der Linden's going to have to come in at left back. Jerry and Armini, Karsdorp. Sinistera keeps his position in front. Kirku, Lokonga, Baeza, Renier and Morelos up top. Of course, we've just got to hope for a miracle. Lokomotiv Moscow don't really have anything to play for. But we know that Stade Rennes also, they are playing against teams who are pretty much relegated. So for something to happen is a big ask, really. They're against Cruz Azul, and as you can see, Cruz Azul, they could still stay up, but it's very unlikely. And Cruz Azul also have a red card very early on in the game. Augsburg have also gone 1-0 up. It's not a very good start to this game. It's half-time. We haven't had a highlight. Stade Rennes are 1-0 up against 10 men. Augsburg are 1-0 up. I think that's our title picture over. With this, Rennes would actually win. Well, actually, no, they wouldn't win the league. It would go to the final game of the season, but we couldn't win it. Augsburg are 2-0 up now, so it's very unlikely we will be catching them in this game, because even if we are on 95, they are above us on head-to-head. So we wouldn't go above them either. So if they do win, that is definitely confirmed as well. Baeza, Kirku, Lokonga plays it out to Karsdorp. I'd like just to get 2 nice victories though. That would be great. There is Miguel Baeza. We could still drop down if we're not too... could we? Yeah, we could. We could still drop down if we're not too careful. Sheffield United could match our points. I do think we would be ahead of them on head-to-head. But Miguel Baeza, nice back post goal again. He's very good at them. Rennes are also 2-0 up, so that is our title hopes squashed. But don't go anywhere just yet, because I will get to the end of the season and we can look at who won what elsewhere, who we're going to be joining in the division above, because I'm pretty sure, we would win automatic promotion with this victory, which we will pick up right now. There we go, full time, so I can fully rotate the squad for the end of the season. That's quite exciting. I'm excited to do that, to use some of the youngsters against Olympiakos in the meaningless game. So that's fantastic. However, we cannot win the league. That's unfortunate. It will go down to the final game of the season. Rennes or Augsburg. Come on, Augsburg. We cannot let Rennes win that league. That is, I do not want that. If they do, fine, fully deserve it. But I just don't like them. Anyway, what we will do though, we'll skip to the end of the next match, and then we'll go through all the competitions, see who won what, see who we're going to be joining in the league above, and see who's going to be dropping down into league. And of course, see who's won all the cups and the Super League itself. Right, so it turns out that we're not actually securing promotion. We need to win or get a point in the Olympiakos game, because it goes down to away goals rule, which I didn't know that. It goes down to the away record rule, which I didn't know, sorry. So this is the away record, and Sheffield United are actually above us, and we can't catch them, obviously, if we lose. So we're going to have to get a point, because if Sheffield United do win, we go through to the playoffs, and we definitely don't want that. So I'll just show you. Maybe I should have looked at this. Maybe I should have looked at this before. But league sorting rules, game played away from home only. So we need to look at that in future seasons. Then it's goal difference. Then it's results between teams. So that's actually brand news to me. So we will be trying to win this game, and it does have a bit of an importance, this Olympiakos game, but I'll bring you bit by bit as things happen anyway. So we are going into the game with pretty much the same side, mainly because we don't have a lot of options. Jurgensen's just come back from injury, so he makes the bench this game. Tornstra, I might play him at some point because it will be his last game, and that's just kind of nice, isn't it? To give them their last sort of hoorah on the pitch for Feyenoord, as a Dutchman as well. But here we go. We need a point at least in this. So as it stands, we're fine. But we need to make sure Olympiakos don't go and do what they look like they're going to do at the minute and score. Baeza to Van der Linden. Here we go. Lokonga to Kirku. That's better. Sinistera. That's a lovely little run from Sinistera. He's tried to pull it across, and that would have been good if Baeza was making a move. However, he wasn't. Well, it's 0-0 at half-time. It's also 0-0 in the Sheffield United game, so far we're doing all right. We'd need a bit of a turnaround in the second half. We're having a few really bad performances, though. One being Morelos, who's only on a 6.3, and I'm still a bit unsure about Morelos going into the next season, because I thought he'd come here and be an absolute animal, and at the start of the season, it did look like that was going to be the case. I mean, maybe I'm being too harsh on him. He does have 15 goals in 33 appearances, but I just don't know. I think a lot of them have been in the same game. A 7 average rating, I think, is quite generous. A lot of the time, I'm looking at him and seeing only a 6.3 or a 6.4, and it's a weird one. Banis is going to have to come on for Baeza, who is injured, who I think has actually been our best player this season. He's had an outstanding year. I mean, look at that, 14 goals, 10 assists. That's a really good performance from a left midfielder, and he's played 42 of the 46 games as well, so he hasn't really missed a lot. Fair play to Miguel Baeza, but I'm still unsure about Morelos. Let me know down in the comments what would you do with this man. Oh dear God, we have actually gone 1-0 down. Thankfully though, Sheffield United have also gone 1-0 down. Kostas Fortounis with a fantastic goal. Valbuena, what a ball down. He's chested it down. Got a round side, Jerry. Very easily there. Quite surprised with that. Jerry let himself down, I think, there. Alfredo Morelos is now on a 6.2. Maybe it's because we're only playing him up top and just Renier in behind isn't quite cutting it. I don't know. Sheffield United have put it back now, so if they score again, we're fucked. We are absolutely done. Karsdorp, come on. We need this goal. There's Morelos. We need a goal. We can't let this be relying on other teams doing it for us. So Renier is going to have to come off. I'm going to go 2 up top. Jurgensen is going to come on and play that deep line forward. Oh, it's going to be a struggle. I think we're going to have to... Sinistera's actually having a really good game for us. I'll leave the last substitute and just see how Morelos reacts. with 2 players up top instead of 1. If this goes up, then happy days. If it doesn't, I think I might have to change him. We've got Antonio Governo on. However, Antonio is on a 10-game goalless streak right now. I just had the news through. Poor little Antonio. Well, I say little, he's very tall. Only 1 goal in 9 in the league, but 10 games in total without a goal so far. So I am quite concerned about bringing him on as we need a goal. Maybe we'll go a little bit more attack in there. But we need something, because if Sheffield United score, we're done for, and we have to go through the playoffs. Come on, boys, please. Well, we have a highlight, 90th minute now. As things stand, we're all good, but anything can happen in the last couple of minutes. We've seen a few late goals already this episode. Don't concede again, please. Lavera. It's a wishful ball, Van Bournemouth. Right, start again. Out to Banis. That's a great touch. Gets it out of his feet. Gets around the player. Loses the ball, though, on the second attempt. So Dano now has it. Fortunis again. He has a pop. It's gone wide. I think that might be the highlight too. And we're just going to have to hold on. Sheffield United still 1-1. And it stays 1-1. I think. Please tell me that stayed 1-1. I can't see anything. Why is it teasing me? Well, the performance was disappointing completely. Where did we finish though? Where did we finish? Do we stay in 3rd place? Have we dropped down into the playoffs? And thank God for that. Sheffield United did not score in the end. But, wow, my word. We did it the hard way, boys. 95 points is still a huge amount. And Rennes, oh, they do go on and win it. 101 points, Augsburg. Matching their points. I mean, what was that? We didn't even pay much attention to that. Augsburg won 2-1. And Rennes drew 1-1. If that's a late goal, I'm going to be fuming. Oh, it's okay. We're all good. Right, well, they are champions. That's annoying. That is annoying, but we are promoted. There is the confirmation of us gaining promotion. Thanos will be happy. We also have our initial budgets. 12 million. Was hoping for a little bit more than 12 million. Not going to lie. But hey, we're going to have to just make do with what we've got. We're going to have to wheel and deal a little bit. Our finances, 44 million. Maybe we'll have to look to sell a couple of players. I do want to get the likes of Burgess out the door. That might be an option. We got a lot of players who are actually wanted. If I just do it like this, we go down to here. Look how many players that we've got who are wanted in our first team as well. Baeza, Morelos, Jerry, Van Beek, Toornstra. We could offload quite a few. We could have very much a rebuild pre-season, and I would be up for that. I would definitely be up for that. Getting out some of these players who I don't necessarily want to have much to do with, and bringing in some younger, fresher talent. We do have a couple of people, of course, still on their way who won't be here for a while still. I think Hans Salin, though, is joining us 27th of this month. And he looks an absolute monster already at just 18 years old. He is going to slot in straight away into our side, and that's fantastic for us. I think we're really going to look forward to bringing Hans in. But of course, I did say we'd have a look at the rest of the league, so let's do just that. If we go to competition reputation, we are looking at the World Super League, and Manchester City, you've probably seen it before, have won it yet again. So fantastic stuff for them. Doing very well. Assist-wise, Bruno Fernandes, Lukaku with the most goals. Just goes to show how tight it is up there. But for Manchester City, playing in a league with all of these teams, they won 20 games. Do you think that's good for a World Super League to win just 20 games against the world's best teams? I'll let you be the judge of that. In the Coca-Cola Premiership, the second division, Napoli and Everton going up. They still got one more game to play, and it's between Ajax and Leicester and Athletic Club and Schalke, really, who could go up automatically. So that's quite interesting to say the least as well. Porto and Southampton getting relegated into the third division. But of course, we are going up into the fourth division now. So we're going in quite high now. This is the fourth division. So going down, we surpassed now Bordeaux, Santos, which I'm disappointed with. Santos is arguably one of my favourite sides in Brazil that I was looking forward to playing. We will now be in the league above them. But look who we've got in our group, in our league next year. PSV, finally a big game for us. From Holland, I suppose, a big game. But going up, Sampdoria, Brighton, Fenerbahce. In the playoffs is Cologne. So what about the league above? Coming down from the championship is Corinthians and Atalanta, Celta Vigo and Galatasaray. So Galatasaray and Fenerbahce doing the old switcheroo. Of course, Eintracht Frankfurt's there, so that would be nice to face them in a couple of seasons' time. Let's hope they don't go straight down. Celtic in the playoffs there. Corinthians, they're in the playoffs, so they might not actually go down. But it'd be quite nice to play against Corinthians. Atalanta's going to be an interesting one. I'm very shocked to see Atalanta come down. They've got a very good side, and Duvan Zapata is a very good player indeed, so that'll be quite interesting. How about the cup competitions, though? Well, in the Carabao Cup, West Brom won on golden goal against Braga, who are in our league, so that's quite interesting. They won with the golden goal in the extra time. FA Cup, though, we have a 3-2 victory. Barcelona over PSG. So far it's Chelsea and Barcelona. But who won the Champions League equivalent? We are still going on, and I will bring you back for the final, which will be played against Manchester United versus PSG or Liverpool. Liverpool looking to do it again, and it could be an all-English final. So the Champions Cup has been ended. Liverpool have gone on and won it for the second season in a row against Manchester United. That is devastating news for me as a Manchester United fan. However, in this save, I am a Feyenoord fan, well and truly. We have just been given this for next season, so ongoing work within the budget, that's fine. Minimum 4-year contracts for first team players, that's, yeah, whatever. A mid-table finish next season, so that's not too bad. And then the next 2 seasons after that, working towards a top half finish. So I think that's quite respectable, especially considering we are on a bit of a building streak now. We're going to look to try and offload a few different players and start again with maybe a couple of the youngsters that we've brought in already, or maybe bring in a couple more youngsters. So I think a mid-table finish will be very acceptable next season. We're not going to just manage to plough our way through all of these seasons and get to the World Super League as quick as you like. It's going to take some time. And maybe we just need to do better in the cup competitions so that we don't end up getting the sack in the future. But that is it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this season. Unfortunately, we didn't clinch the league title again, but we managed to gain promotion. There is a bonus there. And I will bring you back in the next episode, of course, with some new signings, hopefully, and a look at a brand new season. Thank you very much for watching. Drop a like on the video if you can. That would be fantastic. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, I have picked another one for you just down below. And if you want to support the channel anymore, then there is a Patreon there, which you can sponsor a player. Why not? Treat yourself.